Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So about 6 weeks ago, I did a video on a project called Dex Finance, which was leading up to the pre-sale for the launch of its new Dapp. Well, that was a little bit delayed, you see, because they wanted to get a full audit of the platform. And it isn't just another fork of a fork, it is actually, they wrote the code from scratch for this. It's a pretty nice thing. And the audit has been completed. All the lines of code have been deployed. And the pre-sale is currently running. So we're going to have a look. I'm going to ape, and we're going to see a little catch up. This is going to be a little bit of a refresher on the project in case we see a lot of projects here. This one I've had my eye on for a while now, and this is going to be an exciting video about the pre-sale and about the launch of Dex Finance.
That's right.
Tell me how you do it. She won't tell anyone. She said it'd be better if you only just tell her. Take the love
So I really deep dived Dex Finance in this video right here. If you do type Dex Finance into the old YouTube machine, you're going to find my videos at the top. That's right, because my tags rule and all your guys' tags don't. So you can check this one out. Also, there's a bunch of other ones. You can find out about the platform, right? I really deep dive it here. You can come to the site, the main site here, Dex Finance, app.dexfinance.com, right? And we're going to come across a lot of information here, right? At the moment, the one that you need to focus on for the pre-sale is this one on the right called Dex IRA. And you're going to need to hold and lock a certain amount of this token to be able to get into the launchpad to use your USDC to buy the pre-sale if you are looking to do that. Not financial advice. I'm just kind of educating you on a potential, right, new amazing platform that I think is going to do quite well in the future, right? So the Dex IRA, that's how you purchase it. Yeah, you just come over here to CoinGecko, type in Dex IRA, then you would find the contract address here, copy that, go into PancakeSwap or PooCoin, and you can buy it, right? It's that simple. I would probably use PooCoin so that if you do use PooCoin, for example, let's quickly do it. There we are, Dex IRA. It's even got a picture for you. And then you just go to trade, right? And by doing this, it's going to do automatic slippage because I can't remember correctly if Dex IRA does have any slippage on or not. I know it has a very high sell slippage though. So as you can see, I don't have any because I locked up all of mine. That's right, I locked it all up. So you come to site here, we can connect our wallet. So let's do a 1-minute refresh on what exactly this is, and then I'll show you the pre-sale page for, I guess, your consideration or for your own research and your own education and entertainment, all that shit, right? So Dex Finance is a decentralized autonomous organization, a DAO, providing an ecosystem of financial products that aims at providing the highest yields in the market. Our core products consist of US Dex, Dex Share, Dex Etf, and Dex IRA. As you can see, these three are still not available. That's what is happening right now in the pre-sale. We're working with this US Dex and Dex Share. That's what we're purchasing. Dex Money Market will be launching. This is the new Dapp which they've audited and is ready to go. Dex Money Market is an algorithmic protocol with yield-generating auto-compound strategies and ETF rewards. The money market consists of two corresponding tokens, US Dex and Dex Share. Our unique protocol offers a single regulatory pool which controls the price of US Dex and thus removes the need for bonding in this sense. So we all know about Tomb, right? Tomb Finance. And on Tomb Finance, we have three tokens. We have the token which is pegged to Phantom called Tomb. We have the token which is the share token we use to mint ourselves new Tomb tokens, which is the share token, right? T-share. And then we have T-bond for whenever Tomb goes under the price of Phantom. The Dex Finance have gotten rid of the idea of the bond token. So now we're left there with two tokens, right? US Dex, which I believe is pegged to the price of $1, and Dex Share, which is used to produce more US Dex, right? We'll look at Dex Etf in a short while. Now, what makes this really special is the fact that you can auto-compound your investment at the same time. The Dex Money Market is the only reserve currency, algorithmic, right, fixed to that dollar, that employs multi-step auto-compound strategies. So you don't just auto-compound it, you just don't put it in like on Beefy Finance, right? You put it in and then it just does it, right? You can actually choose how aggressively you want this to work for you. It's very fascinating. Investors can simply invest in a strategy and receive a single receipt token rather than manually having to navigate in and out of multiple farming or staking pools. It does get tedious, you are right there. All strategies compounded between both farms and the regulation pool. right, which is the Dex ETF here regulation. Your risk tolerance will be determined the initial allocation for each. Once you've selected a strategy, you will be able to decide your take profit amount for each cycle, right? So for example, you could have this here this conservative strategy, right, where you're going 90% of the US Dex token, right, farming with that, and then you're going 5% of the share token and 5% of the ETF token, right, which is going to be the conservative, probably the safest strategy. You just zap in, boom, press that, you would just zap straight into that, and that's your set, okay? Or you have here the balanced strategy, which is 33 of each, or the aggressive strategy where you're going full ETF here, which would probably be the highest risk, but the choice that you can do this just by zapping of a button, okay? Fantastic there, really nice. Other things just to note before we pre-sale it, the team has been KYC'd, and yep, we have an audit right here. Let's quickly check that. Dexfinance takes pride in having one of the most safe and secure contracts on the market. Please feel free to review our independent third-party audits. We're always available to answer any questions. So that's the Dex IRA smart contract one, and this is smart contract. Oh, this one is for Dex IRA, but their audit for the money market is finished, I do believe. So we'll just have to wait for them to publish that, I guess. In a nutshell, maintain the price of PEG token without putting investors at risk, allow less experienced investors to participate in high yield farming, prevent mercenary yield farmers from pillaging liquidity pools. You know, mercenary yield farmers are these guys who come in, they put in a huge bag and they're only there for a couple of days and they take everything, they farm and dump, and then they're out of there, right? And once they leave, the price will suffer from that. They're preventing that from happening. The last one being this Dex ETF, which we're not purchasing in the pre-sale, but I thought I'd just let you know about it. The Dex ETF token represents the average cumulative value of a basket selected cryptocurrencies and is used to reduce sell pressure of US Dex. So a lot of the time you'll be getting rewarded in Dex ETF, not the PEG token, right? Which is great because the PEG token needs less sell pressure, okay? During epoch expansions, that means when we're printing, when it's above PEG, the protocol mints US Dex, which is then collected and converted into Dex ETF token prior to being redistributed proportionally to all Dex shareholders who have staked their token in the regulation pool. So the Dex share, you take that, you stake it, but unlike any kind of tomb fork, you're not going to be getting this PEG token back, you're going to be getting Dex ETF. So what they think they've achieved here, right, let's see if they have, solving the fatal flaw. In the traditional model, when the price of the PEG token falls below PEG, bonds are issued to help incentivize buy pressure. These bonds can then be redeemed for more PEG tokens when the price is above PEG in the future, plus an extra incentive for the longer they are held above PEG. However, if the price of PEG token never recovers, like TOOM has not been back on PEG for ages now, right? Investors who purchase the bonds have no way to redeem their deposits. That's very true. It's very hard to get rid of bond tokens if we never get back to PEG. Dexfinance eliminates this problem by using the aforementioned method of regulation and protects the investors from losses in the process. So that's the idea. That is how we are working, right? This is the very simple chart, which I appreciate because it's quite a complex protocol, right? So we would zap our tokens into, for example, the PEG farm, right? So I'll have some US Dex from the pre-sale, right? Then I'll put that in for USDC, and I will get some Dex share rewards. I can then zap them into the farm, okay, and use them to get more Dex share, or I can put it into here for single staking of the Dex share token. This is so far pretty similar to a tomb fork, right? But then we get the US Dex rewards, which are then sold into ETF rewards instead. We get the ETF token. Users set profit levels, okay, to get paid in the ETF token. So you profit, you set how much you want to profit and how much you want to compound from your farming, and it does it for you. You don't need to do anything here. You're just basically pressing a start. It's going to do all this, right? Depending on the parameters that you've set. And then it's going to, at the end of it, you're going to get profit and you're going to compound. And you're going to sit there, collect. Fantastic. Here's the pre-sale. So what I did was I have already purchased 3,950 USDC so far of this, okay? I can actually purchase up to $15,000. The timer for this, we still have 14 hours and 33 minutes until the pre-sale is over. This is the last day of it. So I'm just going to take something that I have lying. So example, I have $500 here, and I would just there purchase. So I'm in tier 4, right? If we have a look in their Telegram, you'll find out all the information about the tiers. Pricing update, US Dex pre-sale price is $1. The launch price is $2, okay? The Dex share price, The pre-sale price is $400. The launch price is going to be $500. So that's pretty good actually. So, and here is the max cap per tier. So if you have yourself 5 million or more Dex token, you can get up to 15,000 USDC worth of this pre-sale, which in CoinGecko tells me that 5 million Dex is about $10,000. Okay, so that's a lot. That's big. Then tier 3 is to have 1 million Dex, and then you can spend $4,000 worth in the pre-sale, which at the moment is $2,206 to purchase in for that tier. Smaller tier would be to get 500,000 Dex token, and that would be you able to spend 1,800 in the pre-sale. So again, that's about $1,000, $1,100. And then finally, the lowest tier is for anyone with 100,000 Dex token, and you can spend $400 in the pre-sale. That would be the cheapest entry for you. With that, you're spending 100,000 of the Dex token. Buying 100,000 of the Dex token is going to cost you at the moment about $220, okay, to get that, taking into consideration the tax that's involved. Okay, so there we are. As we can see, we have $500,000 worth of USDC spent on the pre-sale from this side and 2,000 from here, so we're 36% done on this. I'm not sure if it's going to sell out, but still I'm getting into this because I think if they can really get this going, if this works, right, it's going to be unbelievable, because they might have managed to, you know, figure out what has been missing in so many of these Tomb Forks or Algo coins, right? Is that they might have just cracked it. Let's see if they do. So thanks very much for joining me today. I will be updating once this platform has released and I get my tokens, and I'll start farming around and we will see what kind of gains we can make from it. Check back for that when it does happen. Peace. I have been Crypto Mischief. You guys have been fantastic. Don't get wrecked.
That's right.
Tell me how you